Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you my June TBR. Okay, the first book I want to jump into is a continuation. It's the final book um, called The Burning Gods by R.F. Kuang. I just finished The Dragon Republic and I am obsessed. They're so this is an epic fantasy, and there's so many layers to this story. I If you don't know about it, please do pick up The Poppy War, the first book. It is so intense. Ugh, the characters are ruthless. You really can't trust anyone, and you almost you could see everyone's reasoning for doing the things they are doing, even though they're just horrible. They're horrifying. I could talk more. I, I will talk more about the Dragon Republic and the Poppy War in my reading wrap up. But I'm so excited to jump into this final installment. And then on Libby, I have 3 books already borrowed, ready to go for June. The first one is The Undermining of Twyla and Frank by Megan Bannon. I read the first book. This is a spinoff. The first book is The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy, and I loved it. It was a lot like You Got Mail, almost verbatim, but I did love it. There's a lot of paranormal, magical stuff going on. This world it's very interesting. I'm excited to see some new characters in this world, and I I want to pick this one up, and I'm excited. I think the third one is coming out soon, maybe this month or next month. I'm not sure. And then the Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. This is a duology, but there's like bigger, more books in this world and within this story, like a spin-off. I don't know. I really loved the first one, and I've read a couple of pages in this one already. Um, I don't know really why I haven't finished this one yet, but I think I just really like the tournament aspect of the first one, and there's a lot of pieces to that first one that I know aren't going to be replicated in the second one, and I just haven't felt like the pull to finish. But I do want to finish it. So I have like I said earlier, the audiobook from Libby, and so that's how I will finish this one, and then I'll probably be excited to continue on with the other worlds. I did a couple months ago I read the 6 Scorched Roses, which is like a novella between the first book of this and this one. So. And then I have The Children on the Hill by Jennifer McMahon. Jennifer McMahon does really well with her ghosty mysteries. They're usually involving like ghosts or the spirit realm, demons even. I love reading books like this, and I've read a couple of her books in the past and have enjoyed them so much. So I'm excited about this one as well. And then the next one is Remedial Magic by Marissa Marr. So this is about a librarian who loves baking and being obviously in her library, and she comes across in what we think is an evil witch, and she kind of loves her reputation of being evil. But obviously, they're going to get together, and maybe she's not as evil as we all thought, as she thought. Maybe she has a reason to be nice. I don't know. But this sounds like a lot of fun. The next one is Evocation by S.T. Gibson. This is a like an occult type, secret societies, tarot readings. I believe potentially there's a murder mystery with some interesting relationship dynamics. So I'm interested to see what happens. The next one I hope to pick up is Cursebound by Sarah El Arafi. And this is the second one from the first one is called Feybound. Um, there are elves and fae and humans, but the fae, the elves, don't know that the other ones actually exist. They thought that they were all extinct. And we find out in the first one that that's not necessarily true. We haven't seen all of them yet, and I loved it. I loved the first one, so I'm excited to continue this story. Moving on to Four Ruined Realms by Mai Corlin, and this is the second book. The first being Five Broken Blades, and that was about several thieves, 5 to be exact, coming together to assassinate the king. And we're not sure that we can trust them all. I really love the way that the story unfolded. I was able to actually care about most of the characters, and I enjoyed the plot twists. So we'll see what I think about this next one. I know this is so delusional. I hope that I can get to every single one of these books. The next one is Gifted and Talented by Olivia Blake. I think this is like secret societies and magic. I don't know, but this is the next one that I hope to get to, and I will let you know what I think and more about what it is. Okay, and as if this wasn't enough by itself, I did ask one of my daughters to pick out 2 books that she wants me to read in the month of June. So she chose The Raven Scholar. It's about people coming from different monasteries, and they have different animal representations. And whoever wins the trials gets to be the next emperor. Maybe, I don't know, and I don't want to read the summary, so we will find out together. Probably, because for sure I'm like totally going to read this in June, right? Yeah, I hope so. That's the point of these, right? And finally, Exquisite Ruin is the last book on my list, and I think it's about demons and sorcerers and like a labyrinth, potentially. It doesn't look too bad, too long, so I should be able to get through this one. You know what's crazy is I had a whole other stack. I have other stacks of books that I also wanted to read, and I put them away because there's absolutely no way I can lie to you about another 5 books that I'm going to get to. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen. So if you think this is delusional, you should have saw what I had. Anyway, I'm excited to share with you in the month of June what I think of these books, how many I get through. hopefully, maybe I will actually get through them all. I don't know. We don't know what the future holds. So let me know, what are you reading? Do you want to buddy read any of these? I'm so excited to share my love of reading with you all. And I will see you in the next one. See you later. Bye.